Hey guys, for Take 3 Productions, I'm Chris Dolman. Here with me today, I've got Kristen Smith, as well as two familiar faces you might recognize, Jen Kempe and Manning Franks, who, I'm just going to say it, this is their first video as now additional members of the Take 3 Productions crew. Congratulations, guys. We are so happy to have you join our ranks, and welcome to the Madhouse.
It's been a pleasure. I've been on the outside looking into the madhouse, and now to actually be admitted into the madhouse, it's quite an honor.
We've just been skulking outside, so it's nice to actually get in the door.
Yeah, I can actually use my Mad Hatter hat now and be like, hey guys, guess what? I'm part of the madhouse now.
Ah, yes, you could. And speaking of madhouses, we are in for what I am predicting to be certainly a madhouse of a match, in where we have Rachel Cushing versus the android Marc Andreyko. Now, as anybody knows, Rachel has a little bit of vendetta against Mr. Andreyko's faction, the Lion's Den. Why? Because of the Patriots, because of Tom Dagnino. Need I say more? But just going across the board here real quick, is there anybody in this match who actually is rooting for Andreyko?
Well, according to my bracket, I'm dead inside, just like the android. However, my bracket died a while ago, so I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah!
I am full on back
go.
on the Cushing train. I got my fellowship. I'm back in. I am so sorry, Rachel, that I voted against you in the bracket. That's my bad. Go get it, girl.
Brackets, am I right?
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like well, shit. Mine was destroyed from day one. So, you know. Oh well. Kristen, I'm assuming you wish to follow in the footsteps of the Queen.
Yeah, Rachel, all the way.
Okay.
It's not even a question here. Move along.
Awesome. And while I never want to take away credit, Marc Andreyko is one hell of a competitor. He's not walking away with the win, though. But to be fair, I don't think it's going to be a knockout in either way. I think it's going to be a very close match, and we're going to find out in 3, 2, 1, play. Starting with the ad.
What do we have here?
Well, hello, outlaw.
Don't give me that hello outlaw crap. You've been ducking me for far too long, Riley.
Oh, ducking you? Hardly, dude. I'll take you on Schmoedown any day of the week, anytime.
Any day, any time?
Any day, any time, Roka, just like last time.
Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is? I owe you for that one.
Oh, yeah, you want a Schmoedown?
Oh, I want a Schmoedown right now.
Oh, you want a Schmoedown right now?
I want a Schmoedown right now, Riley.
Well, then draw.
Oh, except
Oh, it's getting hot in
So
here.
great.
And if you
Yeah.
think these
I
two
can't.
take movie trivia seriously, you should take the fans into consideration. Y'all have been begging for your shot at the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
I do like this
And now
ad.
you get your opportunity.
I'm
We
I'm
are
just waiting
so
for
much
like this
glad, though.
infomercial
Movie
music to
Trivia
appear in the
Schmoedown
background.
app.
It's just, to go along with it.
that cracked me up.
Fans will be able to play all trivia modes and compete against your favorite competitors, join a league, or play a friend one-on-one. After you accrue enough points, you can unlock the Inner Geekdom division and play in another format.
Oh, I can't wait.
Find some fans from all
I
over
can't wait
the
for it to
world.
get
Climb
Android.
up the rankings.
It's killing me.
Be a champion, challenge a champion, but make sure you've earned it. We're so excited for y'all to finally get your chance to play the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. This app is for all you movie trivia fans who have ever said,
I totally knew that.
how'd you miss that? It's for everybody. Make sure you guys download it right now on iTunes for a one-time fee of just $3.99. And make sure you request to join the Movie Trivia Facebook page. And then one day, maybe you can challenge the likes of a Roka, a Riley, maybe even your old pal, Baby Carrots. I'll be your Huckleberry. It's Schmoedown time.
I'm not sure which one of them I would have the most of a chance against.
Yeah. Honestly, the question remains, is this like their literal stats translated over? Because that'd be really cool.
That would be sweet.
Yeah, if they could somehow upgrade it every single match,
What's
that'd be
this?
a lot of work.
I don't know.
Oh, okay, that was
That was weird.
it was
Mysterious.
pretty. It was weird.
The music sounded pretty, but yeah, still weird. Still mad at Copster for not giving me this track when Kristen crashed the Brett match.
Welcome back to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. It is the Ultimate Showdown Singles. We had a great couple of matches so far, and another one here today, Ken Knapsack.
I'm happy to be here. It's, some people say there's way too much Ken Knapsack here. I think it's just enough, because I'm glad to be here for a first round.
There's not enough.
Yeah, not enough.
Tournament.
Absolutely, Ken. We've had a lot of matches so far. I mean, and you got the Lions Den once again. Jeff Snyder coming off a big win against mighty Matt Nost, a lot closer than people thought it was going to be. And then how about the most recent match here with Bibiani getting knocked out there? No, not knocked out, but losing to Sam Levine. Upsets here so far have been going down, and we see Andreyko versus Cushing.
Clark.
This is one that, Andreyko is the higher-ranked competitor at 2-1,
Sigh.
but Rachel Cushing right now is a clear favorite for Rookie of the Year. You know Rachel pretty well.
I know her very well. My partner in the Nerds Watch, even though that's maybe up in doubt to a lot of people out there, I still really support it. I'll be a non-biased announcer here, of course, but I've seen her skill up close. I know what she can do. I know what she knows. It's all about finding that calm, finding that zen under the big lights.
Well, after the Nerds Watch, and you had made that announcement, kind of that you still haven't really given us an answer as far as what you were doing, but we knew that Rachel's going into, she's going to wait for that Inner Geekdom match is going to come up, but she wanted to kind of be on her own and see what she can do. She got Jay Washington, who's been pursuing her to try to get part of the Misfits. She's got to make your decision. She's got a lot in her mind, so the question is how much of that is going to play into this, because Andreyko, cool, calm, and collected right now. He played great in the team tournament. He was really solid. Some would say that maybe Burnett had the rough matches because Andreyko played great.
Andreyko is the android for
Because Andreyko has some very strong categories, but again, he has some very big gaps
answering trivia questions no matter what he does.
Knowledge.
I've seen him
Like he can just
around the break
become the android that was the free-for-all, or he can
but always with
become the
passion.
android that
So,
was fighting
I'm very
against
interested in this
the Mad
matchup.
Hatter.
It's a flip of coin.
Or the android that fought Jay Washington and got Star Wars.
I don't know why Rachel Cushing is even playing you today.
That hurt.
Diversity?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, look, all she knows is like how to train your dragon questions. She should try to be better at trivia. That's what she should try to do.
So if I've learned anything about the Schmoedown over the last 9 months, it's that anything can happen in the Schmoedown. And suddenly I find myself as a ranked contender in this singles tournament. I am so excited, a little nervous, but this is a proving ground for me. Ken has been my partner in the Nerds Watch. He's been behind me this whole way. I know he's still behind me, but I'm on my own today. I'm standing on my own 2 feet. Inner Geekdom's my thing, but this is a broader thing. This is where I prove myself.
I've seen this Rachel Cushing, Rachel Cushing. I've seen her compete once. That's all I know about her. So,
Whoopee Cushion.
Yeah, I don't know anything about her. She's blonde. She's pretty. I hear she's smart. So hopefully it'll be a good match.
Flying dragons.
And she knows about dragons.
That's about it.
I'm not gonna lie, Andreyko is a strong person in this league. Like, I will not underestimate him. But he plays for that, faction that will not be named. And I'm not gonna have anything to do with them, and I'm gonna do my best to take them down. And if that means taking Andreyko down, the android, the guy with no heart, you got it.
Well, Rachel, the time has come, and I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to destroy you. But because my mom raised me right, I'm going to do it the gentlest, most gracious way possible. But you're going down. Sorry.
Mark, I do admire you as a player. I don't admire you for being in that team and that faction, so I'm going to take you down. Question by question, round by round. I'm going to do this my way. I'm going to work my ass off, and I'm going to beat you.
Rachel, less dragon trivia and more regular trivia. And bottom line, you're a loser.
Coming from the head loser.
Yeah.
Andreyko's starting to make a
Rachel's
little
gotten
bit of a spin
so
there
much better on the mic,
pretending
just
like
from this
you knew
increasingly
Rachel
from when she
Cushing
started off.
was,
It's
like
like,
that.
feeling, getting chills. You can't see the goosebumps here, but I got them.
That it was
I
nice
got
the
them.
fact that she had been with you, but it's
Can't
time
see my
for her to be on
goosebumps
her own.
because I wear
She
long
doesn't like
sleeves,
the fact
but
that
yeah,
Andreyko
they're there.
Then she clearly has a disdain for that faction.
They're there.
There's a little bit of that blood starting to boil here on both.
A competition brings out this kind of stuff. You put a sword in a person's hand and a beast awakens. You know what I mean? That has to do with Dragonstomp.
All right, why don't you give me the tale of the tape?
All right, with Marc the
I got
Android
nothing there,
Andreyko, he has a
Ken.
lot
That
of
was
strengths.
weird.
Comic book movies is definitely one of his strengths. He is in that industry. He knows it very well. 2000s. Also, he's a big fan of Henry Cavill documentaries. If we have any questions about that, then Rachel Cushing, fantasy, sci-fi, Oscars, directors. There's a lot of things she knows. That I can tell you.
Henry
I'm
Cavill.
ready to get going. How about you?
I just
I'm ready.
realized that.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. 3 rounds in the Ultimate Schmoedown Singles Division. Introducing first, representing the Nerds Watch with a record of 1 win, no defeats. She is Rachel the Crusher Cushing. Big round of applause.
Look, Terminator.
Russ.
action.
Yeah, she did that against that. That was her
Nice.
music when she came out against Nick Scarpino
Yep.
and won. And then who she got
Got
there?
pictures
Oh,
of
Ash the Android.
some Android droids.
Oh, it's an
crunching.
Android.
Oh, I get it.
Android.
Nicely done.
Oh, that's what's
Good
the
use of
baseball.
props.
Good.
Nicely done.
And that is
C-1000.
a look at that. And then I see she's got her
The
hand.
last Android.
A picture of Marc
Marc
Andreyko.
Andreyko is the last Android for
She
her.
is going to crush Andreyko, is what we're saying
There
in
she
this
do it.
picture.
There you go. And,
Look at
and
that.
she did it.
All right. All right.
Nice. Nicely played.
Just crushing a whole bunch of
Getting
androids.
so good
showing
at that
Marc
move.
Andreyko will be the last android that she crushes today.
Yes.
All right.
That's awesome.
And her opponent.
Although she wants, she can crush this one too.
Representing the Lion's Den with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. Marc the Android Getting the blues there, the Lion's Den.
Is that from Sweeney Todd?
Champion Snyder coming off a big win, by the way.
Where's the
That's
queen of the
Sweeney
jungle?
Todd. An interesting
Not here,
choice.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a handshake.
Yeah.
Okay,
You know.
he throws you off sometimes.
You know,
Throws you
I
off.
know it in his heart he's a gentleman.
He is.
Snyder, I'm not so sure of.
Okay.
Snyder just looks.
No.
Snyder's all about him. He's showing up his belt. Snyder's all about his belt. Look at him. Well, the Lions.
Sweet belt, loser.
Yeah. You sweet face. What's your record? You rotten animal. Get the hell out of here.
Oh, you couldn't call it rotten skunk?
Worthless.
Really?
Worthless. It's not raining here. You're not in the desert. You putz. All right. Here we go. So it is
Lawrence
time.
of Suburbia
You can
over
read-
here.
He's expecting now.
Get-
Vander Queen.
He can.
All
Dagnito and
he's
Harloff
born.
every time
All right,
he
here we
comes.
go, guys. It is time for
great.
the
Every
first
time.
round here between Marc the Android Andreyko and Rachel the Crusher Cushing. First round,
All right.
gonna work like this. 8 questions in round 1 worth 1 point apiece. 15 seconds to answer the question. The competitors will write their answers on the whiteboard, show it to the camera, and say it at the same time when it is their turn. Don't forget about the JTE
Last reaction I
rules.
was
Do not
on, I
forget
got
about the
perfect.
challenge
I'd like to
rule. If
keep
you need
that
those to
record
be explained,
going.
ask us. We will explain them to you. But if not, Marc the Android
Cross those
Andreyko, you ready?
fingers.
Yes, sir.
Rachel the Crusher Cushing, are you ready?
Let's go, kittens.
Oh, then let's get ready to Schmoedown! All right, here we go. Starting off here, category 1 is animated. What was the name of the piggy bank in the Toy Story films?
Named after an
Never seen
awful
it.
beer.
Oh, you have
No,
lots.
I still have I've
Awful
never
beer.
seen a piggy bank because I don't have a lot of money.
Oh, no?
Yeah. No, not doing
You're
well.
just kind of crying.
Yeah, well,
pretending you have.
I'm going to need to get a job at greeting.
Fine. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. And Marc.
It's wrong.
Ham.
It's incorrect.
Ham.
Looking for ham.
Ham.
Yeah, ham was the answer. All right, so no one
All
scores
right.
up top. All right, Ken.
All right.
By the amazing John
Question
Ratzenberger.
Question 2, category
Not
is
bad.
comedies. Who plays the mother that wants to adopt Juno's baby in the film Juno?
Do you know?
Good movie.
Wow.
That was a major dad
Wow.
joke.
I think
That was a great one.
He's actually pretty happy today.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
Oh,
5,
what's her
Pants doesn't have a
name?
belt on.
4, 3 for 5 years. 2,
Kristen.
1. Pens down, please.
I'm
Back to
having
Marc Andreyko.
problems.
Jennifer Garner?
That's correct.
Jennifer Garner.
Yes!
Oh, 1-1.
Jennifer Garner.
All right. Next question.
You're supposed to
here.
keep it going,
Category of
man.
Dramas. Who directed the 1984 sports drama, The Natural?
People say
I
I'm natural with eating some taco.
think
I would say
this
7-Eleven.
is right.
That's true,
You can pull this out, Chris.
Yeah,
because
Chris,
I'm guessing
go
in the
ahead.
dark right now.
This sounds right.
2, 1.
No, I'm
Rachel.
not even gonna have time.
Barry Levinson?
That's correct. Mark.
Oh.
I said Redford. Yeah.
Nice.
Pulled it by Rachel Cushing.
Fair
2-1.
guess.
Crusher. Hit
Nice
the big one.
pull.
All right.
Thank you.
All right,
Thank you.
question 4, category is horror thriller. Horror thriller. What is the name of Woody Harrelson's character in the horror comedy Zombieland?
Love this
I'm gonna
movie.
misspell this.
Rachel Cushing hit
Yeah.
the board quick. Draco's thinking about it. I believe this is the second question. that
Oh.
Draco's ever
It's
had
so wrong. It's
Doesn't
so
look
terrible.
right.
It's like,
Yeah, 5,
It's 2 S's.
Oh.
3, 2,
It's spelled
1.
terribly wrong.
Hands
but-
down, please.
Oh,
And
remember.
goes back to Marc Andreyko.
Alabama.
Incorrect.
Tallahassee.
All right, Rachel.
Tallahassee.
Yes.
Tallahassee.
Oh my
Correct.
God.
Correct.
I'm having
There you
so
go.
many.
Next question
It
here.
wasn't that bad. Never mind.
Category of famous actors and actresses. Who was the lead actress in the rom-com 27 Dresses?
Huh.
What's her name?
It's like the only good movie she's ever been in.
What?
She's
Ask me a
like
question. Never mind.
terrible.
You cut me off.
She is.
She was in actually
Like
like
in
the-
all aspects, she's terrible.
Three,
I don't know her
2, 1. Rachel.
personally.
I can't
but
pull her name.
Correct. Marc Andreyko.
Catherine Heigl.
Catherine
There you
Heigl.
go.
All right, guys,
Heigl.
4 to the score. 4 to the score. Question 6. Category is action
That's
adventure.
her
Action
face is
adventure
there. The
in
girl in like the
Boondock
Love
Saints.
Comes Softly
Who plays
series. That's how I
FBI
know her.
agent Paul Smecker, who was assigned to the murders linked to the McManus brothers.
This movie is so much fun.
Smucker's jelly.
Smucker's jelly.
Yeah.
It's so odd.
Oh my God, you two are such dads right now.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. Marc Andreyko.
Willem
That's correct.
Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
There you go. Cushing.
I give up. I'm just gonna.
Andreyko's fighting back. 5-3.
Don't mind
5-3.
me.
Keeping pace.
Crowd's starting to come in
Not
here,
quite.
starting to wake up. All right, here we
I
go.
watched it because of Sean Patrick Flanery.
Next category, fantasy sci-fi. In Terminator Salvation, who played Marcus Wright, a human/Terminator hybrid experiment? Who was that dastardly
What?
dude?
Okay,
Saw this one in the theater.
Did you? Yeah. And you wish you didn't.
He was supposed to be like the next big thing.
Yeah.
You had to pay money for it. And you were sick.
Obviously, he didn't
5,
turn into. Oh,
4,
I remember.
3,
Hey, yep.
2, 1.
Fine.
Pens down. Mark.
Sam Worthington?
Poor guy.
Sam Worthington.
Correct. And
I got Sam. That's all I had.
correct. Rachel Cushing. 3-point lead
other
here.
one.
3-point lead for Rachel Cushing, starting to take
Nicely
a nice
done,
lead on
Rachel.
the board
Not
as
the
we
worst
get
I've ever
into
played
the
on
final
one
question.
To be fair, Worthington
Could be
and Courtney
worse.
made in the same
They were,
factory.
yeah,
So it's
yeah.
All right.
All right, final question.
Wait a minute. If I
Oscar
get this
movies.
one, I-
Oscar movies. Sissy Spacek received her only Academy Award win for Best Actress in what film?
Cushing here with a 3-point lead. And Draco
That's an 8 of
It's
8.
got it.
That is an 8 of 8,
Got it,
baby.
man.
Cushing even hits it.
Yeah.
5,
Man,
4,
Come on.
I don't like
3,
seeing Chris win
2,
things.
1. Pens down, please.
Coal
Mark.
miner's daughter.
That's correct, Rachel.
Oh!
There you go. So,
4.
wow, Rachel Cushing, 7 of 8 in the first round. That's one of her best first rounds. She is playing a spectacular game here. And we get into round number 2. Works like this. The wheel's
All right,
going to come
all right.
out.
My-
and the
my
competitors
bragging
are
is
going
done.
to
I'm done.
Spin the wheel. If
Good.
it lands on a category
I just got
that they don't
an
like the first time
ad,
around, they
so
can
I
spin
missed
again,
that one.
unless, of course,
Yeah, I
it
also
lands
got
on
an ad, so I
opponent's
missed that
choice.
one.
Then
Oh,
they
no.
have to take whatever their opponent chooses for them. 2 points
So I was like,
apiece,
yes,
unless
let's
you
go with
go
that. I
to
wouldn't have gotten
multiple
anyway,
choice,
so
then it is
there we
worth
go.
1 point. You can steal from your opponent in this round. So round number 2, Rachel, you are up by 3. Would you like to go first or second?
First.
There you go, Rachel. Please give it a good
Right.
spin.
That is a nerd watch strategy
All right,
too.
spin
We like
the
to push
wheel.
the pressure on.
Yep.
Come on, come on, come on.
T1000 spin there. Spin is in. Spin is in, and
Uh-oh,
it is
Oh, animated.
so close.
Animated.
Oh
Oh,
man.
come on. Take it.
Rachel, do you want to stick with animated or do you
Do
want
it.
to spin again?
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Please?
The crowd's
I don't-
telling her. Half the crowd's telling her to
Yeah.
keep it. Half the
Big
crowd's telling
touch. We
There's
are
some
gonna
stuff
need
on
an
there
answer.
she
Take
definitely
it.
does
if
not
you don't
want.
give us an
Take
answer
it.
in 5, you're going to have to take it.
I'm gonna spin again.
Spin again.
right.
Risky.
Oh.
Risky move here by
Risky.
Rachel.
But we-
Spinning away with a
We've
big
had some of
spin.
those in the Nerds Watch where
Man.
you spun again and it's worked out, Christian. So
Oh,
let's see
getting
what
away
we
from
have
the puck.
going
And
here.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock.
Sandra Bullock. All right, Sandra Bullock. Here you go. 4 questions.
That's
in
a lot
A
of
little
Sandra
help.
Bullock's.
A little help.
All right,
Mayday.
Rachel, question 1.
No.
In what film does Sandra Bullock romance
boy.
Chris O'Donnell during World War I?
Oh. Please go on multiple choice, because then I'll know it.
5,
I don't know the name.
4, 3,
It's the poster.
2,
Multiple choice.
Is it A, In Love and War, B, Wrestling Ernest Hemingway, C, In Good
In
Company,
Love and
D,
War,
All Quiet on the Western
think.
Front?
It's
Love and
definitely All Quiet on the Western Front.
Never heard of that movie.
Definitely that one.
I was like, it's not
In
D.
what film does Bullock play a homicide detective hunting down Ryan Gosling and Michael Pitt?
Oh, that's
Sandra Bullock.
5,
Murder by Numbers.
3,
Sure.
Murder by Numbers.
Multiple
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds
A Time to
about
Kill.
right, I'm
B,
sure.
Murder by Numbers, C,
No.
Gun-Shy, D,
Oh,
a weird
Murder by
movie.
C.
Murder by Numbers.
For 1 point.
Correct. 1 point.
All right, here we go. Comedian and friend of the show, Adam Ray, plays the bad guy in what buddy cop movie starring Sandra Bullock?
Oh. Is that?
That's correct. 2
Uh,
points.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rachel
that's
Cushing. Is that all right,
That's
last one. Last one.
that was not a good.
Last
Sandra
one.
Bullock hasn't been in
Who
many buddy
plays
comedy.
Sandra Bullock's father
Buddy
in
cop.
The Divine
Yeah.
Secrets of the Yaya Sisterhood.
Oh my God.
What?
Hell no. Who saw this movie? Actually, I did.
I saw the trailer
What?
where they all just say "yaya" a million times. That's all I
2
know.
points for Rachel.
Wow!
Pulls that. The crowd goes nuts.
Those
Wow.
were all awful
big
Sandra Bullock movies.
pull.
That is
A
impressive.
big pull.
That
She
is.
had two
That is-
two-pointers, two
That is a-
one-pointers. That was a
these are
great
deep
round
Sandra
for the
Bullock
Crusher.
pulls.
And Drake
Those
needs
are
to have a
some
big round here,
Sandra
round
Bullock
2 to
pulls.
catch up.
Well,
And
Heat,
time
but
to spin.
you know.
There's the spin.
I'd never heard of that first movie.
There you go.
Oh, he did. All right, we're
Hey,
live.
that's-
We're live.
all right.
We're live.
There you go.
that's-
Let's say, wow, that stopped quick.
That's a
You
good
know,
spin.
no.
That's a good
Oh,
spin.
no.
It will shame you into a good
Crime
spin.
movies. Crime movies.
Or he'll
You wanna
come
stick
over
with
and
it or you wanna
just
spin
spin
again?
it for you.
Spin again. There's the spin again.
Look at that spin.
That's
Big
a hard
spin.
spin this
Okay.
time around. What's he gonna do? Uh-oh. Just going around from it
Spin
and
around.
Oscar
Oscar
movies.
movies.
Oscar movies. All right, so now.
Oh
Oscar
boy,
movies
he
for
better know what he's
Rachel
doing.
right here.
Feels
Jesus
there.
Christ.
Yeah.
Okay, 4
But if Rachel can
questions in
steal,
the
she's
category of
also good at
Oscar
this.
movies.
Yeah.
Don't forget you have multiple choice. Actor Jack Lemmon won his sole Best Actor Oscar for which film?
Shoot. I'm blanking.
I'd say the
Multiple
apartment,
choice.
but I don't think that's
A,
right.
The Apartment.
I
B,
think it
The
might
China
be.
Syndrome. C, Save the
Yeah,
Tiger.
no, it's The Apartment.
D, Some Like It Hot.
The apartment.
No, I don't.
Incorrect.
Rachel for the steal.
Oh,
E.
no.
The options again?
Absolutely,
Wait,
it is
Say
A,
Like
The
It Hot?
Apartment. B, The
I
China
might be
Syndrome.
China
C,
Syndrome.
Save the Tiger. D, Some Like It Hot.
He and Shirley MacLaine were nominated. I know that.
Save the Tiger?
That's correct
1
for a
point
point.
for Rachel
for
Cushing.
Steve.
Wow.
Oh, wow. I didn't.
I would not have thought that.
Question
Oh, no.
2. Whoopi Goldberg won an
Only one I
Academy
knew it
Award
wasn't.
for
Get-
what film?
Ghost.
That's
Oh.
correct. 2
There you go.
points.
Yeah.
2 points for Mark.
Yeah,
Andreyko.
yeah, it
All
goes.
right,
It should've been.
we have your third question. Who was the first African American to be nominated for
John
the Best
Singleton.
Director Academy Award?
John Singleton.
That's correct. 2 more points.
Really nice.
Yep.
All right, final question in this round for you, Mark. For what movie did Steven Soderbergh receive his Best Director
Traffic.
Oscar?
Traffic.
That's
2
correct.
points.
2 more
Fighting back
points.
the android here.
Okay.
14-10.
That's the only one he's got?
14-10.
Yeah.
Android has a nice round here. Just
It's
lost
only
the
win.
first one,
Win.
but he was able to get within 4 as we go into round
Yeah, okay, I'm
number
just thinking back to
3.
the Mulligan
Works like
There's
this.
nothing really.
They are going to be 3 numbers
some tough
from 1
categories.
to 20.
They did
First one's
very
worth
well.
2.
Both.
Second one is 3. Third
Oh,
one
yeah.
is worth
Those are
5
great Oscar
points.
questions. Ooh.
All right, you have 15 seconds to answer the question. Neither
I don't know. I
one
think
better
a certain
That's
lucky
All right, so
person
we have
would say otherwise.
Rachel Cushing, please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
Who could you be referring
8
to, Chris?
to
I have no
19.
idea.
8, 2, and 19 for the Crusher. And Marc Andreyko,
4, 7, and 13.
4, 7, and 13 for Marc Andreyko. He is down 4. He is going to go
I
first
just
to try
want
to
one win.
avoid
I haven't
the
had a lot of wins this
TKO.
tournament.
All right.
Here we go.
like
Marc
to win
Andreyko
one
is up
time.
first to try to avoid the TKO.
All right, you're down 10 to
I just don't
14.
wanna be
You
at
chose
last
the number
again.
4 for your 2-point question. That category is horror thriller. Horror thriller. 2-point question. Name the hotel featured in The Shining.
The Overlook.
The Overlook.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
Overlook
2
Hotel.
points there. All right. You chose
Not bad.
this one is number 7. This would put you in the lead. 3-point question category number 7 is 70s, 1970s. In which film will you find Gene Hackman
Oh my God,
playing
French
Detective
Connection. Come on,
Popeye
people.
Doyle?
The French Connection.
For 3
correct.
points.
3
All right,
points
so
takes
now
the
we
lead.
bounce
Yeah.
back to We bounce back to Rachel Cushing, who needs to hit this 2-pointer to jump it back to Andreyko, forcing him to go to the 5. There you go. Rachel. All right, Rachel, for your 2-point, you have famous actors and actresses. In 2015, Donald Gleason played a major role in 4 films.
Force Awakens.
That's a lot. Ex Machina.
Ex Machina.
Ex Machina?
That's
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. You would have chosen Ex Machina,
Brooklyn's a good one.
The Force Awakens,
What's
or
the
The
fourth?
Revenant.
Or
all right. So
oh,
now
Revenant.
Oh, the
right.
Force Awakens.
Oh, yeah.
Which he needs to hit in order
that
to
last one was the only one I
Wow,
couldn't think
All
of.
right, Mark, you chose the number 13. That category is Westerns. Westerns. Category is Westerns. Your 5-point question. Russell Crowe portrays gang leader Ben Wade in the 2007 remake of 3:10 to Yuma.
Oh.
Who portrayed the same character in the original 1957 film?
I'm going to get the actors mixed up with the characters
Yeah.
that they
Which
portray.
one?
It's the criminal one, whatever. I forget who it was.
Repeat the question.
The original
Russell
one or
Crowe
remake?
portrays gang
The
leader
original's
Ben Wade
fantastic.
in the 2007
Yeah.
remake
The
of
remake's
3:10
both
to
really
Yuma.
good.
Fantastic
Who
as well.
portrayed
The remake's
same
really
character
Very
good.
different,
in the
but
original
yeah.
I can see the original.
1957 film.
Glenn Ford.
No.
5,
Could be totally wrong.
3,
Alan Ladd.
and your winner! The answer was Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford.
Glenn Ford.
Hey!
Okay.
Rachel Cushing.
Oh.
What a good
Advancing
guess that
to the
was.
next round. She
Dylan,
will
when you
play
get up there
against
one
the
day,
winner of
remember
Mark
us,
Ellis
okay?
and
Remember us.
Stacey Howard. My goodness, what a match there. Lions Den.
Jeez.
One person goes forward and Jeff Snyder. Now one is out with Marc Andreyko. Okay, so here we go. We're going to talk to Emma Fife, who's going to be sitting with both Rachel Cushing and the android. Here we go.
What is up,
Wow.
Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Emma Fife here with
Oh,
I am
and the android, okay.
delighted to
No
say
Grace
the
today.
victorious Rachel the Crusher Cushing. This is a woman who is on fire. Rachel, congratulations.
Thank you. I will admit it was a win I really felt I needed, and it feels really good to have pulled it out.
I mean, because we all know, Rachel, that you are one of the most capable players in this league, and I think that sometimes you just...
Oh, no.
Jay.
I am so happy for you. Congratulations.
Thank
we
you.
talked about this. You said you can do it, and you did, and it's wonderful. And now you get to go on to play the winner of Stacey Howard versus Mark Ellis, who we already know is going to crush baby carrots. Then everybody wins. We all win. It's a beautiful thing. The whole family wins. We have a blast. Don't worry. Look, I'm happy for you. We'll
Jay being so
celebrate
calm is throwing me off right now.
Yeah,
Have a great time.
I'm
Enjoy
nervous.
this. We'll talk about everything else later, okay?
I'm nervous.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Palm sweaty right now.
Okay,
Knees
I'm
weak,
not
arms are heavy.
entirely sure what that was all about. Do you care to comment, Rachel?
Seeds are being
back.
planted, I tell you.
Look, I have
Seeds
not
are being
said yes
planted.
to anything. You know, Ken and I are still figuring our stuff out, so Jay's a sweetheart. I do love
Yeah.
those girls, but yeah, no, I have not made any decisions
Yeah, I think
yet.
Jay's also one to misinterpret conversations in his own favor. But anyway, back to your incredible performance in this match, Rachel. So you spun Sandra Bullock movies in round 2, which is not necessarily a strength of yours.
It could have gone either way. She has made some not great movies. I love you, Sandy, but there could have been some deep cuts, and I was lucky that at least I had seen all of the movies that I've been asked about. Had to go to multiple choice, but once I did, I was confident in my answers.
Absolutely, you stayed alive in there, and then big steal right off the bat against Marc Andreyko.
When he
on
spun Oscar movies, I was like, and he's going to close the gap. Look, I have nothing. Well, I don't have nothing negative to say about Marc Andreyko, but he's a solid player and a great competitor. And when he spun that, I was like, you know, this is a match, and it was. It was a great match.
Absolutely. Even though he is running around with the Despicable Kittens Club, you can't deny that Marc Andreyko is a very strong competitor in this
Absolutely.
league, which makes it
The
all
Cuddlin'
the
Kittens
more
Club.
amazing that you beat him.
It makes
feels
it sound
good.
so
Takes
much
the-
nicer.
It feels good.
Takes the thunder
We're going to be
right.
taking on whoever wins the Mark Ellis versus Stacey Howard match.
Lions
Who
Den. No,
would you
we're the
like to
Cuddlin'
see
Kitten Club.
next?
I mean,
I'd
it's hard
join
to
that
say
club.
Ellis because he's
Yeah.
like the pioneer of the league,
Now-
and I
now,
love
if
how
they
his
were
laid-back
corgis
attitude sort
instead
of
of
belies
kittens.
his trivia knowledge. But Stacy's
Unstoppable.
The Cuddling Corgis Club.
Voico. She showed up. People don't talk about her enough.
You hear that, Linesman?
And
You can
I think
convert
going up against her
Kristen
could
over
be
here. You
so-
can change your name.
Yeah, I
You
think
could.
The next
I
match
can't.
that you participate in is going to be a
Also, the
win-win
fact that they've never
situation
used
either way.
Rat
Either Mark
as
Ellis, who
like
again is
a mascot with a
longtime
little mane
favorite in
on,
this
it
league,
just
or
blows my mind.
Stacey
I'm
Howard,
waiting
'cause
for the day
I
when
like
that
to see
happens.
women
So.
competing in this league and crushing it.
You know I do.
Yourself, Rachel, the Crusher Cushing.
I also
and,
like
you know,
to see women
I mean, a
competing in
win-win,
this
not in the same way that Jay Washington does. I don't think, anyway. So congratulations again, Rachel. We look forward to seeing you continue to dominate this singles tournament here in the Ultimate Schmoedown. We will be right back with the defeated android, Marc Andreyko. And we are back with
Oh,
me,
man.
Emma Fife.
Uh-oh. Another ad.
You're looking at me here today. You know that, right?
It's actually my job to be here.
Whoa.
Grace, no. Grace is usually here, but she's gallivanting around figuring out stuff for us. Okay?
Right. Sure.
Continue.
Well, thank you for allowing me to be in your presence. I can't say that I'm necessarily super thrilled about it either. However, I am super thrilled to say that Marc Andreyko, you just didn't quite win this match today.
What kind of question was that 5-point question? Henry Ford?
That was a
discovering cars.
That was a legitimate 5-point question. Also, there have been several Fords who've been quite famous within westerns, so it was a 5-point question.
What the
all right?
hell, Tom?
He paid for the Oscar, obviously.
He did not pay for the Oscar, so.
He didn't even win it. I don't even know if he won it. Who cares? That was a terrible thing.
Okay. Speaking of Oscars, Marc Andreyko, you did spin Oscars in the second round, and unfortunately, Rachel managed to steal 1 point from you, but well played. You closed the gap there since she got a good lead.
You
on
are
you in
so
round one.
condescending. It's really kind of awesome.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Wow.
I'm just having none of
Now
it
I feel like
today.
I really should go full heel, Luna.
I like to see justice prevail, and that is what we saw.
Well, the
in
fashion
Rachel
police are going to be
Cushing.
coming for you pretty soon, so justice hopefully will prevail.
Wow, awesome.
Oh,
Great. Taking
great.
stabs at
Wow.
my appearance. Well,
Here we go.
listen, I'm taking stabs at your movie trivia, and
New
last time I
rivalry?
checked, this was a movie trivia
I'll
game.
play you anytime, anywhere.
Listen,
You will be a
Inner
puddle of
geekdom
nothing.
rivalry?
Hey, I'm not saying that I would do well in movie trivia. Where's
not saying
Grace?
anything really.
Grace hasn't showed up.
You were on the Night Sisters. It should be called the Good Night Sisters.
Wow. Okay. Fantastic. Well,
Oh.
anyway, Marc Andreyko, I am not sorry for your loss today. I'm very glad to see that Rachel
Oh,
Cushing has defeated you
shots
because
are being
Rachel
fired.
is a good and honest person who is
Just
smart
noise.
and
It
kept her
sounds-
composure.
It sounds like a,
All
a
right,
gas leak or
She's on
something.
something called the Nerd Watch. We don't need her in this interview anyway.
Give it to me. I'll interview you. I'll interview you. Mark, what happened out there today?
It was just one of those days, It's the luck of the wheel. There were a couple of 90s questions. That's
I
not.
love
that's
sassy
a
Andreyko.
gap in cinema, admittedly, because there was so much bad cinema then. And then that Oscar question, that was actually. I've heard some rumblings that was a really hard question. That's actually what the 5-point question should be in every round. They should be consistently that hard to be a 5-point, because that was actually a really good question. Because at first when you started asking it, I thought, oh, 310 to Yuma, and then he kept talking, and I'm like, oh
The
shit.
old one, yeah.
So that's a good. I'm not ashamed to have
To be
gotten.
fair, I don't think anybody in the crowd knew that one.
I think one guy did. One guy did.
He was like the janitor or something.
Yeah.
One guy.
Well, so what's next for you? Where do you go from here?
Well, I told Kristen I want to be one of the question askers now that I'm knocked out of both of them. I want to contribute that way. And the thing about this league is you recycle, you recircle. It's just like any sort of professional sports league. You get your chances again. And some days you have a good day, and some days you have a bad day. You just have to take them both.
You're gonna shake it off of that. I have no doubt.
Somebody from the Lions Den is going to take the championship belt off this wacko. This guy is a lunatic. He's stacking decks now. It's evident.
He's a deck stacker.
It's really evident, and it's becoming a big problem. And he's a nuisance. And I'm going to get rid of the guy.
You know what? Why do we need to get rid of him? Let's just get rid of ourselves. Let's get out of here. This is ridiculous.
All right, look at that. Rachel Cushing, very excited. She is 2-0 now, has 2 big wins against Scarpino and the Android. That was a big win. She's talking about how she wants to, either play Ellis or Stacy Howard. It's very interesting, though, that Jay Washington once again popped his head in there.
Yeah.
And then it seemed cordial between the two of them. And it almost seemed like he was saying, well, both the people on my team are going to be playing against each other. It's a win-win. But there's been no There's been
But
no
nothing official.
agreement,
No
right?
contract signing
It was
here.
confusing. Jay Washington in that interview was making it seem like it was official.
You know, I don't know anything. Don't look to me. I don't know. I'm just a man in a old suit jacket.
All right, as far as Andreyko goes, 2-2, it doesn't set him back too far. I mean, that's a loss to Rachel Cushing, who's once again shown she is a powerhouse in this league. There's a lot of people out there that the Android can play, and he is dangerous no matter who he plays.
I have no doubt that 5-point question was tough. It is a deep cut, and that's sometimes what happens, but he hung right there. Some misfires in the first round that he might be losing some sleep over, but hey, you can't. You played the game. That's what happens.
All right, so there you go. You got Rachel Cushing awaiting the winner of Mark Ellis versus Stacey Howard. Who's she going to play? What do you guys think? Go ahead and comment and tell us exactly what you thought of today's match. Make sure that you comment. Like, a lot of matches still coming down the pike here. We are in the first round of the Ultimate Schmoedown. It's the singles. The winner gets to play me at the Spectacular for that belt. Ken Knapsack, pretty good one.
That was a great one.
All right,
Way
go
to
on
go,
over
Rachel.
to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown Facebook page. Check out the Schmoedown Rundown every Saturday on the SK Plus channel. They break down everything. Aaron, Brian, and Frank really bringing it for you guys. Thank you guys so much.
All right, this is it. This is your post
Hey Frank.
where Rachel Cushing was victorious
Yay!
over Marc Andreyko by a score of 16-15. And let's just get right into it. This first round from Marc Andreyko, not what he needed to do. He fell victim to one of his cold spells once again, earning just 4 points. Could never get into a real rhythm. But it was Rachel Cushing. We talked about it in the pre-match. Can she do something she has never done before? Can she throw up a high number that she's never done? She did that with
That's accuracy rate.
the first time in her career. It was an amazing performance, and that's the kind of momentum she needed to ride into the second round, which is what she did, where she went 4 for 4. Ultimately, ended up earning 7 points to Andreyko's 6. She rode a 14-10 lead into that final round with all the pressure on Andreyko to run the table. Questions 1, 2, and 3 for a total of 10 points. He could not do it. For the first time, he misses a question in the third round, just getting the 2 and the 3-pointer. Could not get the 5-pointer. Rachel didn't have to do much, just needed to answer the 2-pointer. She did that. She got the victory. In the end, she threw up one of the greatest performances of all time. This performance in the singles tournament is ranked second all time by answering 93% of her questions. And in the grand scheme of things, for performances of all time, it ranks number 6, just behind McWeeny, who defeated Kalinowski, Merle a couple times, Mark Ellis, as well as the
impressive
Bibiani match against Andreyko. Nonetheless, it was
look at the percentage of those scores and how close they are.
It remains to be seen, can she keep up?
I'm just letting Frank's nice, calm, soothing voice just put me in a nice
let the stats wash over you.
Bathe in the stats.
Every Saturday in the SK Plus YouTube channel, as well as on the Schmoes Know podcast feed on iTunes. That is it from me. I'm Frank Janish.
Followed by a rinse and lather of the Frankie Numbers segment.
Frankie Numbers.
Can this be like the new Frankie Numbers thing?
Frankie Numbers coming out.
Frankie Numbers just,
Frankie
watch over you with the stats. All right. So, okay. Yes. Yes.
Yes!
Yes! Queen!
Yes!
Rachel, you pulled it off. And I know somewhere Evan DeGraff is crying because he doubted you. I'm kidding, of course. But damn, still, that's not where I expected this match to go. I expect to be a little bit tighter, and, Andreyko, you fought your damnedest. You fought your absolute damnedest, but hey, that shit happens. But hey, Manning, final thoughts.
Final thoughts on going into this, I was hoping for Rachel to win, and I was expecting her to win because I knew that she has an overall great film knowledge and being in the industry for so long. And Marc Andreyko, while very powerful in some areas, does in fact have a few and some very large gaps, as I mentioned prior. And I feel like that was evident in the very first round specifically. And after Frankie Numbers has showed us how great the performance was of Rachel, I didn't expect that. Now seeing that, I'm just like, yes, please give me more. She's one of the forces to be reckoned with in this match. So I'm ready to see where this match continues and see if she's going to face Ellis or she's going to face Stacey. So we'll see.
We will see indeed. Jen, final thoughts.
Rachel's just the best. Like, there was so much pressure on her coming into this because people were like, oh, she's the next big thing. And then the team kind of didn't go out that way. So it's great to see her succeed. And who would have thought Sandra Bullock would just, like, be this category that keeps coming up? I don't understand. Like, it's of all the actors and actresses in the world, Sandra Bullock is the one that I feel like we hit most of the time. So, I don't know. But thank you, Sandy B, today.
Well, actually, it's kind of between Sandra Bullock and Cameron Diaz, you know, unless it's Scott Manch, because then you just that bitch. But Kristen, final thoughts on today's match?
I was legitimately nervous watching this match. Like, my heart was like pounding, because I have very few players that are still competing that are my favorites. So, like, please don't lose anyone. No, so I'm really, really glad that Rachel won. I'm also glad that it wasn't like, I hate when matches are just like blowouts because I feel so bad for the other competitor. And Marc did a really good job. And it all came down to that 5-pointer, just something that was a bit of a blind spot for him. So if it had been a different category, this would have been a completely different match. And that's just the name of the game. It's all about luck. And he did not have luck on his last question, but he played very well. I mean, he nailed it on that round too. Like, that was impressive. Really impressive. But Rachel, yay.
Yay, Rachel.
Yay.
Everyone's over here like, yay.
You guys know I'm not a supporter of the Lions Den, but they have great players, and trust me, when Andreyko steps back into the ring, I can almost guarantee you he's gonna kick the crap out of whoever his next opponent is, because he's angry. He is out for blood now. Like, I'm pretty sure he's gonna go full heel, and to be honest, I want it, because if there's somebody in this league who I actually want to see them go full heel, it's Andreyko. He has played nice for way too long. But, yeah, I can't wait to see him unleash his beast. Ha 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 ha. But, guys.
Too soon.
For Take Productions, for Kristen Smith, Manning Franks, and Jen Kemp, I'm Chris Dolman. We'll see you guys next time. Take care!